Hi there, you're watching Dukascopy TV. I'm Ben Jones. Back in the studio alongside me to look at soft commodities is Thomas Saulnier. Thomas, thank you very much for coming in again.
Thank you, Ben.
Not a problem. Now, last time in your interview, we looked very generally at soft commodities. So let's take a look at some that are performing well at the moment. Starting with coffee. What's been the trend for coffee over the past few months? And do you think this positive approach will continue?
Yeah, first let me mention that there are two types of coffee beans, Arabica and Robusta. Today I will focus on Arabica as it is the best quality coffee. Arabica prices plus 63% year to date, and this strong pricing environment is mainly due to two factors. On the one hand, Arabica prices traded in oversold territory late last year, and on the other hand, we had some supply constraints in Brazil due to weather-related impacts like dry conditions. So this combination of factors created a bullish cocktail for the coffee prices and sent the coffee prices to the roof. And prices almost doubled in 6 months from November last year to April this year. So now what is the situation for the coffee market, especially if we look at Brazilian market, which is the biggest producer of coffee? A recent report from ENTL FC Stone provide clear indication of a substantial damage to coffee production due to dry condition in Minas Gerais and Sao Paulo region earlier this year. And based on what has been harvested so far this year, we see yield compression from 25 to 30%. So we expect the coffee prices to remain well oriented in the foreseeable future.
Okay, now summer isn't necessarily a time that you'd relate with chocolate, but we've seen the price of cocoa has reached 3-year highs recently as demand has exceeded expectations. So what have we been seeing with this commodity over the past few months?
Yeah, compared to coffee, cocoa is a bit of a different story. It's also within a strong pricing environment, up 17% year to date and up 40% over the last 12 months. But unlike coffee, there is no fundamental justification to it. Supply-demand for cocoa is balanced, and it seems that the recent price rise is mostly due to speculation from hedge funds. And we saw a clear indication of that last week on the 23rd of July when we had a record volume day on the cocoa market without any news, without any fundamental news on the cocoa. So it looks like hedge funds are driving the price higher. It's not the first time that hedge funds have been active on this market. We can remind, like in 2010, when Armajaro tried to corner the cocoa market in buying 240,000 tons of cocoa. Therefore, I would be a bit cautious on the cocoa market based on this combination of high prices, no fundamental justification, and high activity from hedge funds, making the cocoa a strong candidate for a corrective move at some points later this year.
So, as well as coffee and cocoa, sugar is a commodity that was expected to be quite significantly affected by El Nino. So, what's been the trend for sugar over the past few months, and is there anything on the horizon that might affect this commodity?
Yeah, it is a bit strange what happened on the sugar market because it has been really strong in terms of pricing in the first half, and then since end of June the price has dropped by 11%, and now it is flat year to date. So it looks like there has been some supply constraints. If we look at Brazilian market, for instance, there has been some supply constraints based on drought earlier this year and rainfall more recently. But this has been offset by some cane diversion from ethanol to sugar. At the same time, the demand is quite low because you have lower consumption of carbonated soft drink in developed markets. So basically the supply demand is quite balanced and it justifies some flat prices. So to summarize my view on these three commodities, I would say that coffee prices are strong for good reason, for good fundamental reason. Cocoa prices are strong but with no fundamental reason. And sugar prices are quite flat, but because of supply-demand balance.
Thomas, once again, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Ben.
And thank you for watching. Do make sure you keep on clicking back to Dukascopy TV for plenty more updates and exclusive interviews. Bye for now.